Reading, a town in the southeast of England, located in the Thames Valley. Wait, a town? I always thought it was a city. How on earth is Reading a town? It's so big. All the footage I filmed, I call it a city. My bad. My bad. Reading is home to the southern half of the infamous Reading and Leeds Music Festival. And with its large pedestrian-only shopping area, its university, and all 161,780 inhabitants, there seems to be an opportunity for setting up and playing some street music. And I honestly can't believe it's a town. It's so big. Anyway, here is how I got on busking in Reading. Now then, welcome to Reading. Reading is a pretty significant city when it comes to music because of the festival. If you didn't know, Reading and Leeds Festival, it's probably one of the biggest music festivals in the UK. I'm intrigued to see how Reading is for street music. Is it just good on the weekend of the festival? Does the festival have anything to do with the place anyway? I don't know. I'm intrigued to know. Anyway, I'm gonna go through the rules, if I can find any, with you for busking in Reading. The rules for busking in Reading. Reading is another council that don't have any rules, guidelines or advice on their website. I can't find anything to do with busking from Reading Council or anything to do with street entertainment at that. Now I've come across a fair few places that have no rules, and whilst I think it's cool and us buskers should be allowed to just get on with what we do best, I do think there's something to be said for places that give you a guideline of where the busking pitches are. It can really help you gauge where is best to set up, something that was kind of hard to do in Reading. Places like Croydon, Bromley, Chichester and Southampton, they have certain spots that the council tell you are the recommended pitches. And whilst I don't think we should only be allowed to go in those pitches, I do think it helps for when you're in a new place. I do find I do much better when I'm in a known busking spot. Like the foot traffic expects me to be there. So when I'm doing research on places and there is no guidelines or advice from the council, I'll look for news articles about buskers and YouTube videos of other buskers playing in that place. For Reading, I found an article about a TikTok video that went viral that was of somebody complaining about the noise buskers were making. There seems to be a few of those that go viral. And there is a whole host of YouTube videos of other buskers playing in Reading. To get an idea of the most common place to busk or busking pitches, I'll look at one of these videos, for example this one, and I'll look in the background for what shops there are. Primark and Marks and Spencer's in this example. There's almost always a Primark. Always a Primark or Metro Bank. And then I'll head to Google Maps and I'll find where this shop or those shops are, and I'll put a little label to say that's a busking spot. That way when I arrive in the place, I know roughly where to head and set up. In Reading, I stuck to all the usual guidelines. I always do. Don't overstay my welcome, don't play too loud, don't block the public, smile, be nice. Don't be offensive, don't play with fire. You know, the standard. And I had no problems from the police or the council officers. So let's get on with my day in Reading. And I'm drunk off your kiss. Ooh, Reading spot one. It is busy here. Like really busy. I think this could be good, but we'll see. Just for fun, isn't it? It's my fault that it fell apart. Maybe you need this. Spot number one. I headed straight for the spot that I'd seen in that particular YouTube video. I decided it was as good a place to start as any. But I just can't finish what I started. Reading is a big place, hence why I thought it was a city. And it has a kind of overwhelming amount of places that look good for busking. My friends over you. Anywhere along Broad Street, which is kind of the main shopping street, And then the streets that come off it, like Union Street, Queen Victoria Street and Cross Street. But there's also the marketplace and Butter Market, which I didn't actually end up checking out. Now things started well in spot one. I'd sort of expected things to go well, which I think turned out to be a bit of a mistake. When you're busking, I think it's always best to have no expectations. Reading, I presume, gets a fair few buskers. It's a big town and the name is synonymous with music. Perhaps that's why when I was playing there were big long patches where I just got no reaction. People in Reading maybe are accustomed to buskers, and good ones at that. You need this, and I didn't mean to lead you. I can hear the familiar sounds of another busker in the distance, in the near distance. They seem like they're quite close. So hopefully this high street is big enough for both of us. Now I did think I could hear a busker maybe playing a bit further down the road, but it would turn out not to be a busker, but instead announcements for one of those pop-up assorted designer good selling shops that sell these designer things in bags for heavy discounts. My plans over you. They literally had a PA outside the shop that was blasting music, whilst a guy occasionally announced, "Everything must go, big sale, get them while they're here." Like market stall preaching kind of vibe. It was a Friday night, to get a feeling. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of left me a bit deflated as I was playing, because I was then competing with their noise. Little did I know that this would not be the last time that I'd be competing with the deals from MC Discount. Look, I'm sat here near what will be a Christmas market. Christmas trees and ski huts and stuff everywhere. Looks beautiful. Looks like the sort of place that I'm ready to play. Maybe this year I'll head to a Christmas market and do some busking. Reading, set one. Reading is like a busker's playground. That main street, I forget the name, Bridge Street I think, or something like that. Maybe not Bridge Street, Broad Street. It's like there's busking spot after busking spot. When you walk down that road, it's like I could set up anywhere here. Like it's kind of overwhelming. You're not sure where to set up. It's nice and big, so that there's definitely room for more than one busker, I think. It turns out that there wasn't another busker playing when I was playing my set just then. It was actually a shop who are like closing down and they're announcing all of their sales, and they have like an MC who's relentless. Wasn't shutting up, wasn't giving himself a break. But it was a good set. Lots of friendly faces, lots of vibes. I enjoyed it. I'll be honest, I thought it might go slightly better. Like, as far as I can see, I'm the only busker here. I don't know if the donations were all that. I made £37.67. So, not bad. But I don't want to seem ungrateful. Like, that's good. And it's, you know, I can't complain at life. It's just that I thought, you know, judging by how busy it was, maybe it would go better, but maybe, I'm thinking, my sign is very worn out on my guitar case. And I haven't had many card taps lately, and I think that the price that my card tap reader is set at it's on my sign in my case, and it's very faded. So maybe that's contributing. Plus, I haven't stuck any new songs in the set for a couple of weeks now, and maybe I'm getting a bit stale. Maybe people can feel that energy. What do you reckon? I don't know. I'm gonna go set up at the other end of that high street and do another set. I'm currently sat outside the Oracle shopping centre, and it's got like this big bit here, there's a bit over there. Maybe that could be a busk worthy place. Maybe if it was a bit busier, maybe if it was a weekend. But yeah, there's lots of places to busk in Reading. Big place. Wild. Alright, onwards to the next one. Spot number 2. Okay, so get ready for a story with a not so happy ending. Sorry. After spot 1, I felt positive about Reading. It had gone well. Maybe it wasn't gonna be a Windsor or a Kingston kind of day, and it wasn't gonna be a one-spot wonder, but I thought the second set would at least go as well as the first had. We gotta work this out somehow. But that is not how it went. Not at all, my friends. I set up on the other end of Broad Street, opposite Sports Direct. And you mean so much to me. I thought this looked like a good spot. It was open, there was a few market stalls around, plenty of foot traffic. People sat down on the benches enjoying the sunshine. The recipe looked great. And things started off slow. Really slow. Watford slow. Instead of working, we gotta work this out somehow. I did have a few people come over, like the woman from the market store who offered me a gig and to play at the local open mic night, so it wasn't void of positivity. It just wasn't the vibe that I usually have when I'm busking. Never get what people do in these makeshift venues that made me who I am. It's weird because I'm the same person, I'm playing the same songs on the same street, although there are different people because the time is always moving forward. And I just think, what's changed? Why am I getting a completely different reaction when everything I'm doing is exactly the same as it always is? Understand all of you and all of this, you made me who I am. If there ever was a hashtag for busker problems, this would be one. It's just a mystery. I played for about the same amount of time as I played for in spot 1, and after that decided enough was enough. At least I'd made more than I had when I played in Watford. Sorry, Watford. You're still on the bottom of the leaderboard.
It's not going too good. I'm feeling drained. No one is responding. I don't know what's changed. I haven't changed.
Then some dodgy folk decided to make me the victim of their dodgy deeds. One of the Irish travellers, who did tell me he was an Irish traveller, asked me if I wanted to buy some perfume from his Tesco bag. You see a few of these guys in High Street sometimes, but I politely declined his offer to make me smell nice. Maybe that's what he was offering. He then asked me if the coins in my case were for anyone to take. A strange question with an obvious answer. What's made you get? What's made you get? But he then went and bent over my case and proceeded to take a couple of the few pound coins that I had managed to make in the last hour and a half. Robbed in broad daylight. Shocking. Hung up on me. Nobody likes you when you're 23 and you don't know about people calls. I didn't react much because I didn't know what else to do. It was only a few quid, and to be honest, I probably would have given it to him had he asked. But you can't help but feel a little hard done by. It's like you've been manipulated in some weird way. It feels seedy.
trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy getting
Stop messing around. Reading. You win some and you lose some. My energy has died. Flatlined, like a battery that no longer has any power. At the very end of set 2 there, some Irish travellers that had been trying to sell perfume out of plastic bags all day up and down the high street, just asking people if they want to sell, if they want to buy some. And I'm not sure where you get that perfume from, but probably not legitimately. But I'm not judging. It's fine, you can sell perfume if you want, but what you can't do is steal coins out of my case. And they did. They subtly, not very subtly at all, took a couple of pound out of my case, which is fine. I don't mind people, if they want a pound, like I've had people come up to me before and ask me if I have spare change with all the change in the case right in front of me, and I've said, yeah, take a couple of quid, it's fine. But they didn't even ask, they just took it. And there's something about, like, I feel a bit manipulated, you know? I feel a little bit like hard done by. That set was awful. It was one of the worst I've ever played. And not as in I played fine. I felt fine. Nothing's changed. Maybe my hair's not very good, I don't know. What's going on? I always wonder if I've got like a massive spot on my nose, or my nose is running, or I've got like a dirty patch on me, because when you play a busking set that feels like you're doing everything right, yet you're getting no response, it's just demoralising. I don't understand what was going on. I made £5.47, probably £2 more, but the Irish traveller took the coins. Oh, I don't know what happened. Reading just seems like it should be ideal for busking. It's similar to places like Croydon, Bromley, Kingston upon Thames. It's similar to like Southampton, but it's not to be. I don't think I'll return. It scarred me. The only way I'm returning to Reading is if I'm playing the festival, main stage. I just manifest that. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes I like to have a bad day because it means I'm due some good days. That's what I tell myself anyway. Anyway, I'm signing out. Back to future me. Reading! I can only describe my mood on the journey home as melancholic. Maybe that's a bit dramatic. I wasn't two-faced. I honestly thought Reading would be great, just like I thought it was a city. But it turns out, neither is true. Maybe I visited on a bad day. Maybe it was just a one-off. Maybe people had spent all their money on dodgy perfume. If you are a Reading busker, or you frequently visit Reading and play street music, then maybe leave a comment below and let me know if I have had a one-off. Or is it always a bit naff? Let me know. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like if you did like it, and hit subscribe. And if you are a true fan, then turn the notifications on. I am August Radio Project. Thank you so much for watching this video. There'll be a new one out next Monday as usual. In the meantime, maybe watch the one on the screen, or just go and check out the others on the channel. I will see you soon. Peace, love, happiness. Don't steal from buskers.